When you are lost in life and everything might seem to not matter, where do you go from here? And when you think that everything is falling apart and it seems like the world is against you, what do you do now? And when everything was taken away from you and you have nothing left to lose, what happens then? One day, you now have the rare honor of representing your state as a symbol of hope in these economically desperate times. The entire nation will be watching the live broadcast with admiration in awe. If you win, unimaginable riches and a single wish awaits, a chance to break free from today's financial struggles and inspire the nation. On the 19th anniversary of the war that tore the great nation apart, the country continues their effort to society's recovery. While the country is still continuing to hope, its people watch as 50 of their bravest young men prepare for the ultimate challenge, for the order of the state instituted to restore its society. Volunteers must walk to their limits to give inspiration and to reintegrate the value of work ethic to its people. To regain the nation's former glory and to eradicate its epidemic of laziness, the long walk becomes the answer. Ray Garrity, simple boy, 178 pounds from Freeport, and Peter McBrice, aspiring songwriter, 177 pounds from the state, met in the event's start assembly at 8 a.m. Afraid but determined to win, the boys are eyeing the other participants who's gonna be tough to beat. During the preparation, numbers were assigned and rules were instructed. Number 1. Maintain a speed of 3 miles per hour. That's about 4.8 kilometers per hour. If you fall below the speed, you get 3 warnings every 10 seconds. If you do not recover your speed, you get a ticket. Number 2. If you step off the pavement, you get the ticket, no warnings. Number 3. The goal is to last the longest. Only one winner and no finish line. If you do not lose hope, if you walk long and steady enough, if you refuse to give up, you win. And if you win, you get one wish granted and a prize money to last a lifetime. The gun fires pointed upwards, and some 50 young men starts to walk, accompanied by the military and a camera hidden in the tank as surveillance. These young men is filled with uncertainty and hope. Through the scorching heat and no end in sight, Garrity, McVries, Hank Coulson, Art Baker, and other boys intimidate each other, but eventually becomes a pack. The Four Musketeers, they call themselves, then mutually vows to help each other in need, but not to the point of risking their oneself. Along the way, people starts to struggle, hitting limits they thought they didn't have this early. In mile 30, one got leg cramps and gets eliminated permanently. One person had to shit so bad he stopped walking, and you already know what happens then. Doesn't matter. More and more of this happens every day and night. Rain or shine doesn't choose a time. Your body begins to collapse and your fatigue starts playing with your minds. And so more men goes down, and just gone like they were not in this from the beginning. In mile 110, more than half of them gets eliminated. As they grow thinner, the boys started sharing the sympathies, then started sharing their motivation for winning, what it means for them to get what they're wishing for, and for what it means to finally have the answer they didn't know they needed. The Four Musketeers carry each other when one is about to fall off, until a few of them are left. In mile 260, there were 5 of them. On mile 320, there were 3. And then, as they form strong bonds in the end, they forgot what they came for and thought of only saving their only friends they made that are left. There are more important things in life. The walk doesn't matter, and the price certainly doesn't matter. When the system backs people into a corner, it points to an escape hatch and says, that's the only way out. So the society, of course, is going to try and go through it. We've been set up to believe it's the only way, the honorable way. Even though it's not required, but because we are all so fucking desperate, we do it anyway. What I just said is not from me, but from the actual dialogue of the movie. It sends a clear message to our current society. When you think you made a choice, but in truth, they've made you think you have a choice. In today's day and age, people are so deep in chasing money, fame, and a life to compare to others, and they show it to people they don't even like. Constant pressure to achieve something, and for what? to have something that you can even bring yourself when you finally get your own ticket. And so we forget what is the most beautiful thing in this world: the sky, the trees, the birds, everything. But the most beautiful thing in life are the people that surrounds you, the real friends and family, brothers that you formed, and of course lovers. When you only have 3 hours, 3 days, 3 decades left in your life, this moment, this fucking moment, is the only thing that matters. When you think that every person you meet only thinks about how you are a failure, and only thinks that they want to see you miserable than they are, that's the problem. It is only all how you see it. But when you look harder, you see a person, a miracle living life, trying to show others that they exist. They get mad at you, but they are just a person trying to cope when facing troubles every day. A person that loves their family and they love each other. When you see that way, you begin to see things that have never been seen before. And that's beautiful. Be grateful when you see a rainbow, because it only shows itself after a rainfall and the sun shines in the perfect moment. Choose to see the coming sunlight when all you see right now is darkness. It's not easy. It's very fucking hard. But you also have to try fucking harder yourself. Now, you have everything to lose, but you gain even more if you just try. Just try. Because the only guarantee you have as a human being is that you are going to die. And if you're lucky, you get to choose how to spend those last moments. So keep it calm, and don't be afraid and make every moment matter. A quote from the movie on mile 331. In fact, most of what I said in this video is from the movie. In a nutshell, this is what this movie is all about. It's about struggle, sacrifice, clarity, contempt, happiness, friendship, and above all, love. As of October 25th, The Long Walk might be the best movie of the year for me. This is a review. Luck to you, and see you on the next one.